Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I am barefaced today because we are going to be testing out a DIY self-tanner for my face and my body. So I've done a lot of different self-tanner videos. I have a bunch on just like store-bought ones that you can buy. I've also tried out using tea, which was like a very light tan, but I've been seeing things about using coffee, so I thought I would give that a try. If you're new to self-tanner, maybe you just want to try something without having to go out and purchase something. Most people have these ingredients just in their house already, so it is cheap. Also, I don't know what chemicals or ingredients that are in store-bought self-tanners that produce the tan. So maybe you're just looking for something that's more of like the natural route, which is fine. Whatever reason, I hope you enjoyed this video. We are going to be testing it out in a spray. For this spray, I'm just reusing a bottle. This isn't Mario Badescu in here. I use the Trader Joe's Instant Cold Brew. You can just brew normal coffee. I would advise brewing it extra dark because the color that is in here is not gonna be what your skin ends up. When I tried out the tea, it was lighter than this, and I think that's why it also produced such a light tan. Since it's not like something that's meant to be a self-tanner, you need to go a little extra dark to get that color. So I just mixed warm water with the instant cold brew. Like I said, you could use just brewed coffee, you could use normal instant coffee, it doesn't really matter. And then I put it in a spray bottle for ease of use. I believe that's also what I did for the tea self-tanner. And I do have a self-tanning mitt that I will bust out if necessary, but since this is such a fine mist, and it's not like a self-tanning mousse, I feel like I can just blend it in using my hands. And then for like my feet and hands, I will be using this brush. This is what I use with my self-tanning mousses. It just helps to like really get in like all the crevices of like your hands and blend it out really well. I also just got a mic, so I hope everything sounds good. If you watched any of my videos before, hopefully you notice a difference, but very exciting. So I'm going to take some before pictures and then we're going to zoom out to show you the whole application process. Okay, I did mix it up well before I put it into the bottle, but I'm just going to give it an extra shake just for good measure. And then I'm going to start with my arms. So that's what it looks like. And I'm going to spray a bunch on and then rub it in. Smells good. So since this is obviously water, it is going to take some more time to dry down. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I feel like I can already see like a slight difference in person. We'll have to see if that actually stays. But if this works, I mean, this is kind of going a lot faster than self-tanning mousses do. One thing I will advise is you might want to put like a sheet or a blanket on the ground, since like a little bit of this goes like not on the skin. It'd probably be best so it's not getting all over your floor, especially if you have pets. So my arms are dry, but I think I'm gonna do my legs and then go over a second time. Okay, I don't know if you can tell a difference at all yet. I mean, I feel like my hands look tan. While my legs are drying, I'm gonna do a second coat on my arms. I don't think that you need a tanning mitt or the brush, honestly. Since this is so thin, it's really easy. I have no idea if this is something that the longer it sits on my skin, the more it'll tan, since it's like kind of staining skin instead of like tanning. Okay, I am finding with the second and third coats that it's a little bit harder to blend in and make it not look streaky. Okay, and I am gonna do it on my face. I feel like it looks a little tan. Be careful not to get in your eyes. Okay, I feel like if nothing else, It at least gives like a nice warm glow to my skin. This is what we're working with so far. It's hard to tell until I look at the before and after pictures, but I feel like I can tell a little bit of a difference. And it is fully dry in my arms now, and I don't see any streaks. I mean, you can tell this is the hand that I would use to blend it in, and this is the hand that I would spray it with, so it looks like it's working. So I'm gonna let it fully dry and also give it a couple hours just to see if it does happen to get any darker. So I will be back. Okay, it is a new day, and I have some final thoughts on the coffee tanner. So I did take the before and after pictures, and I will show them on the screen as I am talking about this. I feel like there's a very slight difference in the pictures. After I applied everything, I was looking in the mirror and I was actually like not convinced that it was actually working. I thought it was like all in my head when I was applying it. But when I compared the before and after pictures, I do see a little bit of a difference. It's certainly not as much of a difference as I would hope for, or as much of a difference that you would get with a self-tanning mousse or a self-tanning lotion that you buy at the store. So it is very, very light. And that is also with 2 to 3 coats. So this is something that just one coat, likely not gonna do it for you. I could try making the mixture even darker, but I'm honestly not sure if that would solve the problem, or if it's just that like coffee doesn't stain or tan your skin as well as, you know, like products that are made for tanning. Obviously the hand that I rubbed it in with, you could tell that it was noticeably darker than my other hand, but that's like with continuous use and like having a lot of different coats on it, and even that wasn't super dark. So I don't think this is something that realistically is gonna give you much more than like a slight glow. And then when I ended up taking a shower, I wanted to look to see if I could see anything running off into the water, if there was any color, and I didn't notice a difference at all in the color of the water, so it didn't seem like anything was washing off. So truthfully, because of that, I don't think this lasts for more than a few hours. Since your skin is absorbing it, I just don't think it works the same as like a self-tanning mousse that kind of like sits on your skin and like, I don't know what it does, but like I can usually tell when I wash off the color guard for a self-tanning mousse that you can see the color change in the water. Even if it's one that doesn't have a color guard, usually I can tell a little bit once the tan is processed that it's coming off in the shower if I'm like scrubbing. So I'd say this is not long lasting. I was a little concerned that wearing it I would smell like coffee for like the rest of the day, which like personally I don't mind, but I know a lot of people might not like that. But I didn't smell that after like it completely dried. After like, I don't know, maybe half an hour, I don't feel like I smelled the coffee at all. I also went back and rewatched my video on self-tanner using the tea, and it seemed like it was kind of the same situation. I said that it's something that you would have to apply every single day because it doesn't have much lasting power like a normal self-tanner does. It also produced a very, very light tan and like almost like a tanny glow, but again, I couldn't really notice a huge difference until I looked at the pictures with the tea. So it seems like these are kind of similar. Watching the video, the tea was lighter than the coffee I'm using, so I am surprised that it didn't have a deeper tan than the tea. They almost look pretty comparable, but I guess you can only really go so far with the natural methods. So like I said in that video, and if you want to check that out, I will try to remember to put it in the description box. If this is something that you want to keep up with every single day and apply it because you really want something natural and inexpensive, then this is the one for you, but it will take more of your time over time since you do have to apply it every single day. You have to use more than you would use for a self-tanner mousse. So you can use this, you just have to be a little bit more dedicated. Personally, I don't really think it's worth it. I don't mind using the store-bought ones, so I'll probably continue using those because if I'm gonna do a tan, I don't wanna do it every single day. I want it to last like at least 3 days. And if this washes off in the shower immediately, the same day that you apply it, then it's just not something realistically I would wanna keep up with, especially for the payoff that it provides. So to answer the question, does coffee work as a self-tanner? Kind of. A very light, very temporary self-tanner. I think I'm going to finish off this video, but if you enjoyed it and if you watched all the way through, I'd really appreciate if you could give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this, especially self-tanner videos. Now that we are getting into the warmer seasons, I hope to be putting out a lot more of those. I feel like my hair could use a new dye. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video.